How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another nightly review. Today I will be going over the Golden Knights' 5-2 victory over the San Jose Sharks. And what a victory it was. Not only is it their 8th in a row, but they have clinched the playoffs and are the first team in the NHL to do so. So let's get into it. So it's Fleury versus Kozhinosh. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because that's not how it's spelled in any way. And yeah, another thing for the Golden Knights, Dylan Sakura got to play his first game as a Golden Knight. Tomas Jurko was sent back down to the minors. And Sakura played well. He had a pretty good game. He got a chance, a pretty decent one. And yeah, the line looked pretty good. So let's get into it. Early in the game, it's Marchessault. He gets a pretty big chance right off the bat. And then Pacioretty got stopped in the breakaway. But it's the other way. Timo Meier gets a goal from Shellman off of a tip, and there you go. It's 1-0. But very soon after, it'll be Jonathan Marchessault from Carlson and Martinez making it 1-1. Then Tuch will get a chance. The Golden Knights got a majority of the chances in this game. Tuch got a pretty good chance again. Then Fleury would stop Burns, and then Nosek got stopped. And then there was a scrum after hit by Burns on Pacioretty. Pacioretty and Burns get offsetting cross-checks because of the scrum afterwards, but I'm sorry, how is this not a penalty? Like, seriously? That's not a penalty? Okay. So, pretty bad call there for no penalty. And then, during the 4-on-4, Shea Theodore gets an interference call on Timo Meier. You know that there's such thing as an embellishment, right? Like, really? That's not an embellishment? I don't know what is then, because, come on, really? Really? So Fleury would stop Kane on the 4-on-3, and then there was a big shot block from McNabb and Martinez, and then Pacioretty would get stopped on a shorthanded break. Eventually, it would go back to 5-on-4, and the Golden Knights would kill it off. Then Fleury would rob Gregor. Fleury made a couple huge saves in this game. Pacioretty would then get a chance, and then Dylan Sakura would get a chance. And then Vlasic would trip Carlson. I don't know if I'd call that a trip, but it was an interesting play. Even without the knee to the head while he's going down. I mean, I don't think that was on purpose, but yeah, the Sharks had a couple, let's call them interesting plays in this first period. So Stevenson would have a chance, but that power play would not convert. Then Carlson would hook Tuch. So Carlson, William would get a chance on that power play. And Mark Stone would miss the net on a big chance. Then Gregor would get a chance after that power play ended. Fleury would then stop a tip, and then Stevenson whiffed on the rush. Stevenson had a couple whiffs tonight, and he had some good chances, but he just whiffed on some of them. It was kind of weird to see how many times he whiffed. The Golden Knights would then shut down a 2-on-1 pretty masterfully, but the Sharks would get a goal. It would be Tomas Hertl on a sharp angle shot from Marleau and Carlson, and it was off the rebound. I don't know what Fleury could have done. The Hertl had no one covering him, which was weird. I don't know where the defense or forwards were on that, but it's 2-1. Theodore would get a chance shortly after, and then Mario Ferraro would hold Theodore after Theodore got that chance. And on that power play, Mark Stone does what he did last game and just does the little tuck going around the goalie with his long stick, and he made it 2-2 from Pacioretty and Theodore, the same scoring duos from last game, and that is Max Pacioretty's 600th point from that assist. Wow. Max Pacioretty has had himself a career. So, next, Marchessault will get a chance after it's 2-2. Then, Fleury would stop Timo Meier. Then Stevenson got a pretty big chance. Stevenson did have 5 shots on goal. So he didn't have that bad of a game. In fact, I wouldn't say any Golden Knight had a really bad game. I just didn't see it. Carrier would then get a wraparound chance, and then Tuck roughed Kane after Kane hit Martinez. Now, okay. Now, remember how I was commenting on the Sharks' interesting play in the first period? Well, I'm not going to do that here because, okay, while a lot of people were upset about the Kane hit, from a non-biased perspective, where Kane hits Martinez is in the shoulder. I know it looked bad. It was because Martinez was low, and it was the angle of the hit. I'm not, and it's just me. I cannot stand Evander Kane, but I'm not going to indict him for something that it's not a penalty. And I am not going to cut Tuck any crap for taking that penalty because you defend your teammates. He stood up for his teammate. I know he took the penalty, but I have no problem with you sticking up for your teammate. And I don't think that was a bad hit on Martinez, but I do applaud Tuck for standing up for his teammate. I know he got a roughing out of it or a cross check or whatever they gave him, but I'm not going to say anything bad about them, especially too because the Golden Knights would kill off that penalty. And then after that, Alex Tuck would make it 3-2 from Theodore and Marchessault before the end of the period. So Alex Tuck not only stands up for his teammate, but he gets the go-ahead goal. And that's Theodore's second assist of the night and Marchessault's second point. So Golden Knights are doing well at this point. Shots in the first, I forgot to mention, were 19-8 for the Golden Knights. Shots were a little bit better in the second for the Sharks. They were only 12-10. So, yeah. So anyways, Haig would then get a chance early in the third period. This was really where the Golden Knights stepped on the gas early in the third, the first 10 minutes really of it. The Sharks just couldn't do anything in any way in the first 10 minutes of the third. Eventually, they'd get going, but it was a little too late by that point in the game. Erik Karlsson, shockingly, looked pretty well. Looked pretty good when he on a few chances, but nothing came of them because Fleury just robbed a couple players, and yeah. So let's get into the third. So Stevenson would then get a chance. Alex Pietrangelo would get a chance, and then Pietrangelo would get stopped again in close after a pretty nice deke play. Then the fourth line would generate a scramble on that same shift. After that, Erik Karlsson would get a chance, and then Fleury would stop LeBanc. Down at the other end of the ice, Marchessault would get a chance. And then Fleury absolutely robbed Ryan Donato. Pietrangelo would then get a chance, and then Fleury would stop Shellman. So then McNabb and Tuck both got chances, but eventually Jonathan Marchessault would get his second of the game off of a Janmark pass. Just an absolute laser of a shot, top corner. And yeah, after that, White Cloud would generate a tip, and then the Golden Knights took a too many men. Not really the point in the game where you want to take one of those, but okay, Fleury would stop LeBanc, and then Burns. Every time Burns touched the puck, he got booed. And that was pretty funny. So Fleury would then stop Couture. The Sharks would pull their goalie with about 2:10 left. Marchessault would miss the net for the hat trick. He would eventually get the puck back and pass it to Mattias Janmark, and Mattias Janmark would score to get his first goal as a Vegas Golden Knight, also his first 2-point game. Jonathan Marchessault had himself a 3-point game, and that's it. The Golden Knights win this one 5-2, and they were just a better team. They were just a better team in this game, and that's what they've shown throughout this stretch of wins. They've just been the better team, and they've played like it. I don't know how they're going to do against Colorado next week, but hey, we'll see how it goes, because they are a better team than Anaheim and LA and San Jose right now, and they're a better team than Arizona and St. Louis. That's why they've won these games. That's why they've been winning so many of their last 10. I believe they've won 9 of their last 10 at this point, which is a pretty impressive run. So not only that, but they've gotten their scoring back, and they've just steamrolled teams. I don't think they've had a 1-goal win since, well, I mean, there was the shootout win against San Jose, but that might have been the closest game, at least direction of play wise. So there we go. The Golden Knights, they win this one 5-2. If you want to get my thoughts on the game during the game, you can follow me at 2_pad. And that is it for this one, guys. I will see you next time.